my loves, welcome back to Trend Talks. I'm Erald and thank you for tuning in. So, in recent light of Meghan's success and happiness and freedom and joy, just how they're doing well, it makes me so happy. You're going to know why in a few. Meghan, as ever, is restocking on 20th this month. Super excited. She said that the new products joining in on the fam, so I'm super excited to know what that is. And then you have her Netflix show that is coming this summer. I cannot stop emphasizing about that show. I love that show and I'm really curious and super eager to see it come out because the first one did really well, so I know the second one is also going to do well. And then you have the baby mama video that is at 50+ million views. Right, Meghan did that video. Of course, the Disney video, she's been spoiling our timelines and she's been gracing us, and I'm so grateful that she's letting us in on these amazing moments. She's just took charge of her life and she's dictating life on her own terms, and it's really glad to see. And then in recent light of her interview with Emma Gray, just to see how poised she is, how elegant, how classy, just how healed and how at peace she is, it made me so happy. It's one of my best interviews. If you don't watch, kindly go to Emma's podcast on YouTube. It's called Aspire, and just listen. This girl has so much wisdom. She's so smart, she's so intelligent. You can just see it. See it. She is the full package. Now, I love that they're getting successful, and also you have Harry Invictus Games. There's so many countries who've put biddings for the 2029 Invictus Games to host the 2029 Invictus Games. You have Nigeria, you have South Korea, and it's so many, and it's just awesome. It's amazing. It just shows how Invictus Games keeps growing and it's becoming massive and global and bigger. And I'm so proud of Harry and each and every person who's part of the Invictus Games. So now I am saying that I wanted to bring all these accomplishments in place because now you had a UK media do a documentary. It's like insinuating Harry and Brooke. They literally have a documentary on Harry and Meghan talking about their finances and how they spend, try to keep up with their lavish lifestyle. These idiots. And also, they've this debunks their narrative. Seeing Harry and Meghan super successful, it debunks this prediction they had that Harry and Meghan are going to go broke, and then they'll go. So they wanted them to run back to Charles and beg for money, say, "Hey, we are broke. Could you please help us some money?" And they just never wanted them to be successful. They thought that Harry and Meghan could never have a life outside of the farm. But guess what? Our girls killing it. They are doing amazing. They're doing awesome, and it's so happy. I'm so glad that they continue thriving and they continue being successful. So nothing gives the British media and the royal family a huge migraine, like how Harry and Meghan are surviving financially without the royal pass. It's like it gives them a migraine on how are Harry and Meghan surviving financially without the royal pass. And as the saying goes, whoever controls the money controls the person. Then they've even made a documentary, one of the Harry and Meghan weekly documentaries, to dig deep how Harry and Meghan maintain their lavish lifestyle. But it's the title of the documentary that made me laugh. That is the part that just made me laugh, because Harry and Meghan, where did all the money go? That is literally the title of that documentary. Harry and Meghan, where did all the money go? And as if they are broke, but in the detail they are wondering how do they make their money and maintain that lavish lifestyle without the royal family's pass. Because remember, these are the same people who predicted that the Harry and Meghan will be running back to the royal family to beg for money, and it's not happening. So they're wondering, okay, how are you guys making money again, and how are you spending it? Anyway, let's break it down, and in a sense that we're going to lie about it. So, the British media and royal family's daily prayer is two things. One, for Harry and Meghan to go broke or to divorce. But God is good. Not in this lifetime will either of their prayers come true. The audacity of these people. And I think right now, they're going broke is the new replacement for they're going to divorce. They've always run this campaign, oh, they're divorcing, they cannot stand one another. And thanks to Meghan's Instagram, it's debunked all that. Oh, Harry is miserable, Harry does not like being with Meghan. Then Meghan, boom, releases Disney pictures, and you can just see Harry happy. Even on Father's Day, Harry is just a happy, soulful guy, and I love that. And of course, they cannot continue running this. Oh, they went to Beyonce concert. Oh, they're just happy and they're in love, unlike the leftover roles, and they hate that. So now they have a new narrative, and that one is that Harry and Meghan are going broke. That is the new one. They've replaced they're going to divorce because they clearly have seen that is not working, to now that they are going broke, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame. Mind you, these are the same people. When Harry and Meghan got the Netflix deal, they wrote thousands and thousands of articles talking about the amount, the deal, $100 million deal, Netflix deal, when Spotify came in, or as ever. And you wonder, why do they keep saying they're going broke when their business ventures, the investment portfolios keep growing and they're massive success? Like, that is something that I cannot understand, because it's a no-brainer. They have the Netflix deal. It's $100 million. You have As Ever. It's doing really well. I mean, Meghan's products sold out in less than 45 minutes. That should tell you everything. On top of that, she's restocking the same products, and new products are also coming in this month on 20th, actually. So I don't know why they always like lying and getting this narrative, but I know for a fact that they just hate that whatever they predicted to happen to Harry and Meghan did not work. Remember, these people wanted them to be broke, to divorce, to be miserable, to run back to Charles, to beg Charles for money. And I hate how that every single day they like taking the fact away the fact that Meghan was very successful. She was a millionaire. She was working so hard for money. It's like they think she was just seated somewhere and then boom, she ended up marrying the prince. She had nothing. No, this girl was so hardworking. She was in Suits. She had the tick. She had so many other ventures, and that's how smart she is. So the fact that these idiots had a documentary to talk about how Harry and Meghan are spending their lavish lifestyle, you know for a fact they hate the fact that, you know, their prediction is not going as they thought. And yeah, they hate that. So the comments are what took me out, because I love when the UK media is just embarrassed. It's like, you know, people keep reminding them, oh, just wait. This is just the beginning. They will never go broke. They will never divorce. They're here for the long run. So Zandy says, it's eating them up that Harry and Meghan are not crawling back begging like they hoped. Yeah. They're not, and actually they're doing pretty well, very, very well. And then you have SK says they were very convinced that within a year they will be back begging, not in this lifetime, God forbid. And then you have Teresa says Reuters nor their family didn't account for Meghan's financial independence, along with both of their grit or hustle. Mark Cuban told the world that the Sussexes were a billion-dollar brand. Global. The firm controls money in UK, not world. Exactly. Then Odd says, what's with these Channel 5 documentaries that seem to be rolling out every other weekend? Because they don't have access to Harry and Meghan, and they don't have... So they just keep whatever narrative. They wake up, they think, okay, let's talk about this today, and then they go on with it. That's just how they operate, guys. That's it. That's how they're rolling right now. And then also Ricky to Talk City replies, they are mad because there are no legs in Harry and Meghan's camp. They aren't used to it. The cult have sold their soul to the likes of Channel 5. And then you have Kat says, it's also why their proposal to serve the crown part-time while being financially independent was rejected. The institution could it risk setting a precedent that might make others both inside and outside the UK start to wake up and ask, why can they all do that? And then you have Peaceful says, where did the money go? Is there money missing? And then Deborah says, they obviously haven't been paying attention. Harry and Meghan have been making investments, and just Travelist alone is $1 trillion company. Plus, As Ever, Spare, etc. Then have Timmy Dalu says, may God continue to protect and make a success of all their projects. Amen. And then Just Spark says, I'm trying to understand the lavish lifestyle they are living. They took their kids to Disneyland, not to Dubai. They went to Mexico. That's a next door neighborhood to California. Their property is the most lavish thing they have, and it's modest considering California. And then our Plug says Harry and Meghan are two of the most famous and charismatic people in the world with hit shows on Netflix, New York Times bestsellers, popular podcasts, and a Netflix-backed business. Your average Angus know how they make their money, but UK media can't figure it out. Yikes. And then our series says they are broke is the new they're getting a divorce. Like I mentioned. And then our Truth Will Set You Free is it's sickening to see how far they will go to portray them as bad people while they are saints. And then you have Cindy says, then dig into the royal family lifestyle and see where all the money they take in is going towards and what offshore accounts they have, plus where all the Dutchy money is going. Harry and Meghan is small compared to the monarchy. And then Jam says, I can't believe that Channel isn't getting dragged around the world for this. Those moffers are paying for a whole family to do nothing, but they're in Harry and Meghan's pockets. The audacity. Then she says they want them to be broke so they will come back crawling. And then Donna replies, they want Harry and Meghan broke and broken as a couple. Harry divorced without his children and back in the UK as the family punching bag with mental health issues. Who would wish to do that to anyone? How could a family wish that kind of life for a loved one? Good question. Then Grace says, vast majority of UK public see this for what it is. And I love the ones that actually see and are not buying into the UK media rhetoric. And then the cat says, if Harry and Meghan can step back, live independently, and still carry on meaningful charity work, it challenges the long-held belief that the public funding is essential for royal service. And then Adore says, I swear these morons are the stupidest people. When the Spotify and Netflix deals were revealed, they all went on and on about the worth of it. That's part of their income. Meg is in business with Netflix. Harry is CEO of Better App. They invest, they know all this. And then Proud Boomer says, if Meghan had been British instead of American, they would be correct. The two of them will be crawling back broke because their own family is not taught how to make money, only how to spend taxpayers' money. But Meghan been working since she was a teenager. I agree. And then Jock says, is that right? Really? So why did Harry go to court to try force the British public to pay for his security costs? Not really a sign of surviving financially, is it? Then Jen replies, so they could have armed guards and intel. They do not have this in UK with their private guards. They are not allowed to be armed or get intel from police, etc. And they said that they will pay for it. They have said this repeatedly. Yes, they said they were going to pay for it, and still Charles and the other leftover royals refused, which is really sad. So Harry and Meghan are doing really well, and I love the fact that they are doing well, that it's creeping up on the UK media. They're in shambles because everything they've ever predicted, be it divorce, be it how miserable they are, be it how broke they are, none of that is true. None of that has happened. And now that they don't have access, there are no leaks, they are crumbling, and it's actually a beautiful sight to see. So guys, that's it for the update. As always, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Remember to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. I'm Emerald. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.